Why is it playing back my voice? Okay, well, we're back with that part 2 I promised. And we're on Kino! Everybody loves Kino. I mean, I love Kino. I hope Kino loves me. And we are Tokyo. Tokyo Masaki. So here's that somewhat part 2 I promised. And if you went all the way back, or if you watched all the way through my 21 minute 5 failure, because that map gives me 8. But I'm only freaking 40 seconds into this commentary, and I'm already freaking trash talking other maps. Well, that's just my hateful nature, because I am a Call of Duty player, and Call of Duty's dead. Woo, Infinite Warfare sucks dick. Alright, but seriously, that is so fucking messed up. Why did freaking Activision, for 3 years, we have been saying what we want. Pretty much what we want is a mix of the Black Ops 2 playstyle, the Call of Duty Ghost maps, with Ground War as normal playlist populations. And what I mean by that is, like, Ground War, it's like 12v12, something like that. I think so. Or, no, it's like 9v9 or something. But I think it should be 12v12, because I know it's possible, because Battlefield 4 on the 360 and PS3 was able to sustain 12v12, so I know they can do it on next gen. Battlefield 4 can sustain 64 32v32 on PS4 and Xbox One. And so if they do a 12v12, 24 players on Call of Duty Ghost size map, the game would play like freaking MW2. It'd be chaotic. So, but I think it's a bunch of bullshit. They're not revealing the multiplayer until September. And I think I know why. Because they are scared. They're terrified that they're going to get freaking stopped. And what I mean by that is... Oh man, let me think here. What I mean by that is... See, you can always tell when they're live commentaries, because I'm all over the place. But what I mean by that is... they're gonna... They have to have advanced moments in. If they're not gonna show... I mean, usually E3... they show us the multiplayer, or the campaign, and then a few weeks later, or a week later, or even the same week, they'll release a multiplayer trailer independently, or sometimes even at E3. They'll release, most of the time it's been a multiplayer trailer has been released independently and just on the Call of Duty channel. And they're not gonna release the multiplayer till September. Why? Why, freaking Infinity Ward? Everybody had such high hopes for you. I had high hopes for you. You can go back to almost any single one of my older videos before Infinite Warfare was announced, talking about Call of Duty 2016, and I would say, you can ask any of my friends, I have faith in Infinity Ward, because they made the worst Call of Duty ever, Call of Duty Ghost. Or it's not even the worst Call of Duty ever to me anymore. It's one of the better ones now. In comparison. Better next-gen Call of Duty, even though it wasn't even next-gen. But because of that, that's going to benefit them, because they know what not to do. They know what to do, because they've also made the best-selling Call of Duties. MW3, MW2, Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4 especially, the most high-praised Call of Duty ever, was made by the same people that are bringing you Infinite Warfare and Call of Duty Ghost. That's saying something, that they know what they're doing. Now, granted, I know the team that made Call of Duty Ghost and Infinite Warfare is not nearly the same as the guys that made COD 4. I know that. And I wish it were true, but those guys are off at Respawn Entertainment. Now, they're making Titanfall. Titanfall 2 looks pretty BA, so I'm kind of hyped for that. But the thing is, all they have to do, those games are already made. All they have to do is go back and play them for 30 freaking minutes, see how the game played, make their game. I'm pretty sure everybody gave MW3 so much flack for being MW2's copycat, but literally everybody will play MW3 over freaking Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3 any day. You know, I don't know about Black Ops 3. There's a lot of mixed opinions on Black Ops 3. I personally don't like it, because to me it's almost the exact same as Advanced Warfare. But we can at least all agree on everybody would play MW3 over Advanced Warfare and Ghosts. We can all agree that, right? At least. But, so what will happen is they can go on. There's still so many people that play it, so it's not like it's going to have empty playlist populations. They're going to be able to get a game. They're going to get on, they're going to see how it plays, and all they have to do is copy it. I'm pretty sure everybody would be happy, because with the downward slope Call of Duty has been on, everybody's going to love having a freaking copy of MW2, now being called one of the best Call of Duties ever, even though personally I think it was MW3 just because, I know it's MW2's copycat, but it's a polished MW2, like, MW2 had a lot of mess-ups, like NoobTube One Man Army, Commando, but MW3 didn't have any of that, but they did say fuck Final Stand, and then boom, we had our Last Chance, and boom, we had Final Stand. That made me mad. I was so happy when our Last Chance wasn't going to be in the game, then I got it, and because I saw people laying on the ground, I decided to look at it, and it's Last Chance, or a Final Stand, where you can revive yourself. It was a little bullcrap, but that was, to me, nearly one of the only flaws. Because if everybody likes MW2 so much, you should love MW3. Unless you're one of the kids that likes MW2 for the one-man army noob tubing and tactical knife commando. That is the only type of people that won't like MW3. And so, all they have to do is take MW2, polish it up like they did, or even just go ahead and release every Call of Duty remaster. Go ahead and release MW3 remaster. Go ahead and release Black Ops 1 remaster. Don't just make a back comp for Xbox One. Go ahead and make a back comp for every... You don't even have to remaster. Just make a back comp for every system. I think that'll work out better than making a new game. These older Call of Duties sell better than any of their new... I think Call of Duty 3 might sell better than some of the newer Call of Duties. Man, that was a big, long rant about Infinite Warfare. I think I might cut that out of here and copy it and release it later as like the Infinite Warfare rant. You know what? Why am I shooting? About the boy knife. Oh, you kidding me? About the damn Bowie knife for a reason, and what the fuck happens? A damn nuke. That's what happens. I want the Bowie knife. Give me the Bowie knife. I remember being a little kid. I want to say about 10 or 11. I was either 9 or... No. I was 9 or 10 when this game came out, because I was born in 2001. And this game was 2010 when it came out. So it was 9 or 10. And I remember getting the Bowie knife was the coolest thing in the world because of all the blood. This game used to be super gory to me. And then I went back and but the thing is, I wasn't grossed out about it, because like, look at the little blood splotches that come up from it. I thought that was awesome. But the reason why I never had a problem with it was because I played World at War when the damn game came out, back in 2008 all the way to 2009. I was 7 years old, going to be 8, and I was playing World at War. That was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Playing World at War was probably the best experience I ever had. And I had played Call of Duty 4 before World at War, but World at War was a Call of Duty I played the most because of zombies. I loved zombies so much. I think my highest round when I was that young was like round 25. Now that's nothing, even though I don't have much to talk about because I just got to round 11 on freaking 5, but we'll not talk about that. But round 25 on World at War was amazing, basically for anybody. Like, it was a good round. A lot of people didn't believe me when they like heard me talk on the mic, heard that I was a little kid. Like, there's no way you got past round 5. And then I go to a game of them, boom, yeah, we're on round 30, because of all 4 of us. You can go really far in World at War if you had a group. I mean, seriously, World at War had so much team effort put into it. It was ridiculous. No one plays like that anymore. And I wish they did, but no one's nice anymore. But you know, that was such an amazing round for me. And because World at War had no quick revive, you couldn't just revive yourself when you're on solo. That kind of made it a little bit more difficult. There's sometimes I'll go on Black Ops because I love these maps so much. I get kind of bored of the older maps because I played it so much. Well, we'll never forget, because if you guys don't know, World at War released its final DLC, its 3rd DLC, after Modern Warfare 2 came out. That's why when Black Ops 1 came out, there was a whole bunch of hype, because Treyarch was already announcing all 4 DLCs will be out before the next game comes out. And that's where that statement comes from, because World at War released its final DLC, I believe, 3 weeks after MW2 was launched. And we had MW2. My dad and my older brother got it on launch night. So we had MW2. And, yeah, MW2. I was thinking I was talking about Black Ops for a minute, but no, I'm talking about World at War. We had MW2. And so you think, oh man, you lucky son gun. You can play, when you're that young, you can play the newest Call of Duty. But I loved zombies so much. I played maybe an hour into MW2. Or the only MW2 I ever played was Spec Ops with my little brother. And I beat the campaign. I was the first person in the house to beat the campaign. And that meant a lot to me because I was... You know, when you're that young, you struggle on the campaign. I was doing it on hardened because I'm just a hardened badass. But truly, I didn't mean to. And I never lowered the difficulty because my dad always said, like, if you can't do it, don't, like, if you, because you go up to your dad and you ask for help. He always say, if you can't do it, don't play it. So I'm like, no, I gotta show him I can play it. Because I was thinking maybe he was gonna kick me off. He wasn't gonna let me play Call of Duty anymore because I couldn't do it. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it. And I was the first one in the house to beat it. And that meant a lot because my dad, my older brother, not so much my older brother, but my dad was a campaign fanatic. He liked the Call of Duty campaigns. And he actually never beat MW2. MW2 was his last Call of Duty, which I wish his headaches never came because me and him could have bonded over a lot more because I love Call of Duty so much and he can't play it. It's not that he doesn't like it, it's that he gets headaches from first-person shooters, like some with motion sickness, I do believe. So he can only play third-person shooters, and some of them now are even giving him crap. Like, they're too fast-paced. I don't know. But MW2 was his last Call of Duty, so all those older Call of Duties have a special place in my heart. Like, I got the PS3, I do believe, a month before MW3 came out. And when MW3 came out, I wanted that so bad, but because I was younger, I was 10 going on 11. Because I was so young, there's no way I'm going to be able to afford MW3. So I was begging for it for Christmas, begging for it. And I finally got MW3 for Christmas. Hated the game at the time. At the time, when it was the current Call of Duty, it was the most rage. I still stand by this. It's the first and only Call of Duty to make me throw a controller. And literally launched a controller across the room. But I played so much MW3. As you can go back on my old channel and, like, to go to the very first videos, it's like, has two Lego things, I think. 2 Lego skits, 1 real life skit, I think, with the pillow pets, and then it goes straight into MW3. Every now and then a Black Ops gameplay, but a lot of MW3. So I played the crap out of that game, and I got really bored of it, obviously. And my dad also gave me World at War because he knew how much I love zombies. And he literally, I'll never forget this, Christmas Day, he told me, I'm like, ooh, I got 2 games. What'd you get me 2 Call of Duties for? I mean, this means a lot. He said, just in case you want to have some classic old fun for zombies. Now, I wanted Black Ops, but, you know, because it was just a year prior, when Black Ops came out, it was still like a $40 game. So there was not getting that. So I saved up all my money from chores. And at the time we were getting, I think, $2 a week for doing chores. So I saved up for a while. Saved up for quite a while. And I bought my own copy of Black Ops. And I bought my own copies of the DLCs. And then that's when Black Ops 2 was announced. And I loved Black Ops 2 so much. Or Black Ops 1 so much. I was kind of excited. And I'll never forget the day that how sad I was because all I could find was multiplayer. I was not a multiplayer guy. The only time I'd play multiplayer was on MW3 just because survival wasn't the greatest. I was basically a purely zombies person. And how upset I was kind of droopy, you know, it really made me upset because I had so much faith. And then boom, and I watched a lot of Syndicate, and then I see Syndicate break down the zombies teaser, and I realized, yes, it's confirmed, there's gonna be zombies. I screamed, I gave my dad $60, I saved up for like 3 months, gave my dad $60, he went and pre-ordered the game, and that's why Black Ops 2 has a special place in my heart. Because it was the first game I've ever pre-ordered and purchased with, like, any new game that I purchased with my own money. And it was also the first game I ever pre-ordered. And then literally 3 months down the line, I was saving up more money. Doom 3 BFG edition. I love Doom. As you guys may know from my video, love Doom. And I was about to pick up Doom 3. I was thinking, yeah, I'll pick up Doom 3 because it's on the Xbox 360 marketplace. Let's see if it's on the PlayStation. It wasn't on the PlayStation. I was devastated. And I kept on... This is how bad I wanted it. I go back at least 3 times a week. Just looking for Doom 3. See if they released it. See if they were going to release it. And then boom, one day when I searched Doom, the Doom 3 BFG edition trailer was on there. And God almighty, I didn't think it could scream any harder. So Doom 3 BFG was the second game I ever pre-ordered. And honestly, Black Ops 3 was the third game I ever pre-ordered, but no, I don't like that game. But I do sort of kind of have a little, you know, it's going to be a little memory bank thing. Just because I got the special edition, the Hardened edition. That's why I haven't gotten rid of it. Not only because I spent $50 on the season pass, and I kind of want to get my money's worth. But it's a special edition, and I spent extra money on getting that. So, spent $80, but this is the 1 year they changed everything, how their special editions work. Like, it used to be, the Hardened edition got you the season pass, some other thing, which would be this year, was the art cards, which is just basically the back of the cards of the specialist. If you press X on the specialist menu, you can see the back of the cards. That's basically all they are, just all the unlocked information that in-game you have to unlock manually just by playing the character. And got you the season pass. I don't remember if I mentioned that. But this year they didn't, because usually the Hardened edition will run you about $120 to pay for the season pass. And whatever special edition usually is $120. And then I really was pissed because I was in detasseling. And this is where detasseling I was going to make some good money. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get me the Juggernaut edition. I'm going to get me the Ultra, the Megalodon of all special editions. I'm going to get me a Juggernaut mini fridge. But I finally got my money because the freaking Pioneer, the place that you work for when you do detasseling, took forever. They had a paying malfunction. They lost my address. I don't remember what it was, but they were way late on the pay. And the first check wasn't even enough. Like, I think it was $300 or $250 for the Juggernaut edition, but it was like $110, which was ridiculously low for what I did and what I should have been paid. So I got another check later that week, giving me the rest of my amount, but still. So by the time that I finally got all my funds, which was probably 2 weeks into detasseling, they were completely out. And that was before they announced they were going to make more. Literally, I'm like, okay, screw it then. I'm going to buy a graphics card. buy the graphics card, it's all here, it's all said and done, and then boom, or it's not all here, it's all ordered. And then boom, they release, oh yes, we're going to make a new shipment of Juggernaut editions, and this graphics card, I think it was like 150 for the card, 50 for the power supply. I do believe that's what it was. So, and I only made about 500, and so I only had, and I pre-ordered the game already because I was upset. I got the Hardened edition. So I was out. I think I only had like $120 left. I don't remember what I spent it on. It's all gone now. There's no sign of it. I don't remember what I spent it on. Man, what did I spend it on? I think it was maybe a game or two for the Xbox One. No, I don't remember what I spent it on. Maybe it was, I think it was games for the PC because I got the graphics card. Something like that. I don't know why I'm just using this ray gun. I'm just BSing around at this point. So I'm hoping maybe there's like someone in my area I can go on Craigslist after you task this year and pick up a Juggernaut mini fridge. Because literally I just want the fridge. Otherwise I'm going to make my own, and that's going to cost even more money than probably just to buy the dang thing. See, this is the part of the commentary, or the live com, that usually I go brain dead at. And just, you know? Because I'm out of ideas to talk about. Oh, here's something to talk about. I was watching earlier. I know it's an older roast, but I never saw it. It was, the Donald Trump roast, all the way back in 2012 from Comedy Central. Seth MacFarlane. Seth MacFarlane is probably one of my favorite comedians. I don't know if he's done stand-up before, but he needs to. He's hilarious. If you don't know who he is, he's the creator of Family Guy, Cleveland Show, he's a co-founder of American Dad. But he does all the voices for most of them. He does so many voices. The dude's a legend. He's super hilarious, but it was him and Snoop Dogg were the guys who stood out to me. Snoop Dogg was hilarious, and so was Seth. I'll tell you one memorable quote from each of them. I'll start with Seth. It was really funny. He's like, he said, he was talking about stuff. He was talking about the way Donald pronounces huge. He's like, it's huge, not Hugh. Something like that. I don't remember how he said it. But he's going on. They're all laughing. And then it's like, it's also pronounced. He said it's also not pronounced, I'm running for president. It's pronounced, I'm a delusional old man. And that was really funny. And you could just tell Donald Trump was on fire. You know, he was just about to pop a wall right there. He's going to be like freaking Iron Man or something. Or, I don't know. It's going to be like the freaking Division. How you can have the arm shield or whatnot, and you just boom, wall. Right there. Just because he pissed him off. You could just tell Donald was getting pissed. And then freaking Snoop was dirty as hell. But Snoop didn't really roast freaking Trump. He was doing it to the other celebrities, the celebrity guys that were there to roast Donald Trump. So, but it was really funny though. Snoop, I'll talk about when he actually roasted freaking Trump. The one thing I loved was like, it's going to be pretty easy for Trump to run for president. And you want to know why? They're all like, why? Because he's experienced. It's not going to be the first time he pushed a black family out of their home. Oh God, I lost it. That was so funny. I think it's great how they have all those famous people. Like, they don't have to be comedians. They don't have to be anything. Just go up there and just roast the shit. They basically, what they need to do, they need to get Leafy. Leafy, my man. You're growing exponentially. I know you'll never see this video, but if you do, that's going to be amazing. But Leafy, my man, you need to get on a Comedy Central roast because you would be amazing at it. You're already freaking amazing at roasting people. And it's not that your fault that they threaten to kill themselves because they got freaking roasted, they can't take a joke. Honestly, you can roast me all damn day. I won't care. I mean, sometimes I might get a little irked by it, but really, I won't care. You can, I mean, please, if anybody makes a roasting video of me, link me to it. I want to see it. And then I'll fire back, you know, just something, a little friendly little roast session, you know? I do that at school all the time. People will come up to me and just start roasting. You know, they're trying to be mean, because some of them are. But I always fire back with something. Oh, that's right, they don't have it on this map. I always fire back with something because I don't get offended by that stuff. And I'm just able to. I'm just able to because of, I can take everything as a joke, and then to me, it's a friendly little roast battle. Sometimes it doesn't end that way, but to me, it always will start that way. So anybody who want to have a roast battle, hit me up. I'll tell you my Skype or my freaking, you can just hit me up in an Xbox parties, Steam, chat, whatnot. It'd be pretty funny to have a roast off because, you know, I've already roasted myself, you know, did the roast myself challenge. I know, it was just, the only thing I would ask is please refrain from fat jokes. Not that I'm going to get offended by it. It's just I've heard them all. There's nothing I haven't heard. They're just boring at this point. You know, do something creative. That's the thing I love about the Comedy Central roast. Because you have all these artists, you know, like Snoop, you know, he's a music artist. You know, they're a little witty, they're a little smarter than what some of them might want to portray. So they can come up with stuff. I know it's not all on the fly, but they can come up with stuff that's freaking hilarious and original that you'll never hear anywhere else. That's what's special about the Comedy Central roasts. So please, I beg you, it's going to be funny, it's going to be fun, just let me know if you want to ever have a roast off. You know, just a little friendly roast competition. And, you know, I might try to get my brother in on it. Keaton, my little brother, you guys have seen him maybe once or twice before, but if you're subbed to the old channel or you've been around here long enough, you know who he is, so I can say his name, because he knows. I mean, he can try to fight me on it, but his name's already out there. He's made a channel himself, but I won't tell you guys because he doesn't post on it anymore. He doesn't want to do anything, he doesn't want anything to do with YouTube anymore. I mean, he might one day come back, but I don't know, he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want anything to do with it anymore. So, I'm thinking maybe, he was also in my MLG Last Shot skit with Thomas, or aka Jugs Gaming. He was the kid that went and picked up the Mountain Dew, just drank it right in front of us. Like, a couple seconds prior before I slapped myself in the face with a freaking banana. But, so I might get him in on it, and then my older brother, we would have a good time doing it to each other, because we can throw some dirt at each other, and neither one of us will get offended. It's hilarious. My older brother is awesome. Oh, another nuke. Free points! Whoa! Damn it, it wasn't just free points, it killed zombies. But it's gonna be freaking hilarious. If I can get him on it, that'd be great, but there's a very little chance of that because he has never done anything with YouTube. He barely even actually watches YouTube. If he watches any videos, like any internet videos at all, he watches Facebook videos, like things he was tagged in, things he found, things he's heard of. He either watches Hulu, Netflix, sometimes TV for like sports games or football, whatever's on at the time that he watches, or he plays games. So it's going to be a little harder to get him in on it, but either way, it'd be pretty funny. We always kind of roast each other anyway. You know, I kind of hate using that word roast, though. I mean, seriously, it's just, I prefer make fun of each other, you know. I just say roast now because a lot of people, it's like, make fun, you know, when we say it's like, you shouldn't make fun of people, that's mean. It's like, no, it's not when it's your brother, you know, not when you're having a good time. I don't think people realize that roast is just another word for making fun of. That's really what it is. You know, it's just a lighthearted version, I guess. So, I don't know. Oh, this is a down. No, it's not. Damn, that could have been bad. I don't know how I just got out of that. I am a freaking wizard! No, I'm surprised my dad or my mom doesn't come in here. What the fuck are you doing, boy? What the hell are you doing up here screaming like a fucking banshee? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, kid. You see this foot? Yeah? Where'd it go? I don't know. It's up your ass. That's where it's at. No, I don't think my mom or my dad would put a foot up my ass, but they'd sure talk about it. But just I'll kick your tits in. I have the freaking Up theme song stuck in my head because I love that movie so much. So freaking much. You know, we should probably try to get a Thunder God now, shouldn't we? I love that movie so freaking much. And I was just able to watch it last night because I was at my grandma and grandpa's. Because we don't have it, like 123 Movies doesn't have it. Which that pains me. It should be a goddamn sin that they don't have Up. And I love Up so much. And I was at my grandma and grandpa's house, as you've heard me say multiple times already in the previous and this video. So, I was there. They have the movie. They are the only people that can allow me to watch the movie. Not because it's like I'm not allowed here, because they're the only ones with it. Like, and we don't have it digitally. I don't want to pay for it. I am going to pay for it eventually. I'm going to get a Blu-ray. I'm going to get I want to start a Blu-ray collection. I want to get Up. I already have Avatar because Thomas. Thank you, mate. I'm just going to keep it. At this point, that's probably what's going to happen. Like I said, I'll pay him for it, but I forgot about it, and I think he might even forget that it's even here right now unless he watches this video. He probably has no clue. But man, damn, 32 minutes is gonna be a long fucking render. But and then I want to get the movie Zootopia. Now, you guys don't know that I watched that movie. That movie was actually really good. I definitely recommend watching it. Not what I thought from a Disney, because after their previous movie that was huge like this movie was, Frozen, I hate movies with constant musicals. They actually take disses at Frozen in this movie. And it's hilarious. It's a good family movie. Has really dark tones that the younger ones won't pick up on. But basically the whole thing talks about racism, stereotypes, how to overcome it, and how to like look past it. Not how to, just like it's making fun of society. It's really the Thunder Gun. Exactly what I wanted, actually. So we're gonna use it by ray gun this whole round. Pap it, and get rid of it. Sound like a plan? That sounds like a plan to me. I mean, it's even the most it's like, basically the whole thing is showing everybody's naturally programmed to have stereotypes. Even the most optimistic, non-racist person that you can know is somewhat, you know, they stereotype, they're a little bit racist. Everybody's a little bit racist. And no one wants to admit it, but everybody is. Like, I would consider myself a non-racist, but there is, ever since I watched this movie, I've caught myself automatically stereotyping. Now, you might say, "No, dude, you're a bad guy." It happens. I mean, you'll do it subconsciously. You won't even know you're doing it. But this movie, the most optimistic person, Judy Hopps, is the main character, the rabbit that you see in the preview. She's the cop. The most optimistic girl, the most optimistic bunny. Basically, the whole thing, it uses a fox. Like, their parents are scared of foxes because of what happened when she was a kid. They got bullied by a fox, and her argument was just he was a jerk that happened to be a fox, which is like something non-racist would say. It's like they'd use their personality, not their race, or in this case, not their animal, like the type of predator, as they call them, because foxes are predators, they're not prey. And then she moves to this city called Zootopia, and where she basically is going to become a cop and has going to try to be the most unprejudiced cop she can. But if you pay attention, she is stereotyping the whole movie. A sly joke by the writers in the movie about the DMV all ran by sloths, because the DMV is painfully slow. I mean, they are really slow. When I went to get my... I mean, I got lucky, apparently, I've been told, when I got my permit, because apparently they're a little speedy that day, but... Or they just weren't busy, but they were slow. The DMV is slow. It's a little clever joke. But as soon as she walks in, she says, "We're really fighting the time." They're sloths? And then Nick Wilde, the Fox character that's with her, says, what? "Yeah, I thought in Zootopia anybody can be anything." And that's where the whole, like, the Flash, 100-Yard Dash comes from. If you've ever seen the movie or you heard references to that. Flash is a sloth. Basically, he's the fastest sloth in there. Going to defy all stereotypes. But Judy Hopps herself, the most unracist person in the movie, supposedly, you know, doesn't stereotype anybody, hasn't stereotyped anybody, in her opinion, stereotypes people in the whole movie. So, it's a good movie. I definitely recommend watching it. I've seen it, like, way too many times. But you can just go to 123movies.to, not sponsored, by the way, and you can just watch the movie for free, and that's where I watched it, and it just was really surprising how good of a movie it was. I mean, honestly, you think it's like a Pixar movie or something, because Pixar usually doesn't have any type of light-hearted movies, like Up. Like, I was just literally talking about that. The first 10 minutes of the movie literally goes through how this kid, or first 10 minutes of Mr. Fredrickson, aka Carl Fredrickson, is growing up, is literally him going through with his wife Ellie, and her having a miscarriage, her body starting to fail, and then her dying. This movie's on a next level. Like, Pixar is not going to mess around. I don't want your G11. So, please, if you like any, it's no action movie, it's just a little animated comedy. If you like those movies, go check it out. That's all I can say. Oh, fine. Because I probably sound like a fucking gay faggot now. It's like, oh, look at this douche. He likes Utopia. Actually, there's a lot of people I know. My teacher, my math teacher, was the first one. I was really surprised. I had the same idea, and the same thought. Like, it was before I watched the movie. In school, he said, he went and saw it in theaters, too. Him and his girlfriend went and saw it in theaters, is what he told us. Now, don't worry, it's not weird. He's like 23. He's super young. He literally, I think this is his second year teaching at my school. So, yeah, it was just kind of funny, and, you know, I really thought, it's like, dude, why? Why, dude? Why Mr. D? I don't call him Mr. D, I'm just not going to say his name. Why Mr. D? Well, that's a little gay of you, not going to lie. Well, I guess I'm a little gay then, because I really enjoyed the movie. And he said, really surprisingly, it was a good movie. And a lot of my friends that I've talked to, I'm not going to expose him, which was only one friend. He already knows who he is. You guys probably already know who he is, too. I'll give you a hint. He's kind of a faggot. Just kidding. If he's even watching this far into the movie, or if anybody, or not into the movie, into the video, or if anybody is, for that matter, I do not know. Oh, no! Maybe that was my first down. Was it my first down? I don't remember. Well, that was because I was fucking around, running around with the Galil. I shouldn't have been stupid. But he was saying, you know, we all enjoyed the movie. Like, literally the first night he was watching it, I was at my buddy's, Robbie's house, and we were watching, he's like, I'm ashamed of how much I like this movie. It's like, I know, right? When you're watching it, you know you shouldn't be liking it, but you love it anyway. It's almost like a paradox. So, all in all, I love talking about movies. I love talking about this movie. You should go watch it. I know I've said that so many times, but really you should. So, I've been open to a lot more movies. I just will not watch Frozen. If it's a song with more than 5 songs in it, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't like musicals. I don't like musical shows. I don't like musical animations. I don't like musicals. No. You fucking asshole. Get back, you twats. Dude, I'll never forget, the first day, like, I heard that word twat, I didn't know what it meant, so I called my dad a freaking twat, and he told me not to. I'm like, why? What does it mean? It's not bad, is it? And he's like, it means a vagina in Britain. I'm like, oh, okay, you filthy twat. That'd be so funny, but it's, you filthy fucking wanker. Honestly, I kind of want to do that now, but I'd probably get my ass fucking whooped. Like, there would be no mercy. Just, what the hell you say to me? Call me a wanker. Yeah, you douche. Pew, 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 pew. Let's pap. We're gonna pap these because they're freaking awesome. Man, I'm surprised I'm even still able to play this map. My highest round is around 83 on this map, something like that. 80-something. You'd think I'd be so bored of this map. You know, somewhat I am, but somewhat I'm not. I prefer these maps so much more than anything Black Ops 3 has to offer, because Black Ops 3 is so freaking complicated. This map, literally, you can just sit there and have a good time. Train some zombies, slay some zombies, rape some zombies, molest some zombies, whatever you're into. I mean, I prefer just slaying some zombies and slaying the bitches, because I'm slaying the zombies. You know? Ooh, that was a lot of points right there. They're bleeding out, obviously. Damn, still going. They're still bleeding out. Why are you guys all the way up here already? I believe these have an instant reload. Yeah, somewhat. Because this map, you can just sit here, you can train, you can do whatever you want in this map. You know, you can just have a good time. That's why this map is so popular amongst YouTubers. Especially syndicating, you know, and everything. Because, like me right now, you can just sit there, run in circles, get to a high round, get enjoyable gameplay, and boom! Good map, good commentary, good conversations come of it. But then you got Black Ops 3, where I sit there dead silence most of the time, every time I record, because I'm thinking of what I'm going to have to do next. Because the map is so complicated. And it's like, Setsubo Noshima, there is at least 4 to 5 steps, and I think at least 10 doors to open before you can crack the power permanently. That's right, permanently. There's not just one way. You don't just turn on the power. You have a temporary power system that is buckets powered by water. Element 115 irradiated water or some infected water from element 115 is the water that you have to power these generators, and they turn themselves off after like a round or half a round, depends. And then once you spend at least $11,000 and you open up the freaking vault, and then you have to kill Shrek McGee, but there's probably, depending on how long you took, there's probably a spore in there, so you have to kill 2 Shrek lovers. The big tree mongrels that come out and run after you. I want to shove you inside of them, just like, come here, big boy. I'm going to make you feel like a big daddy, and I'm going to fist you. Okay, I need to stop. But they're going to come running in at you. They can kill you in one hit if you don't have Juggernaut, and I think they can even kill you in one hit if you do have Juggernaut. And if you're playing online, they suck you into their belly and just basically suffocate you, where your teammates, to be able to revive you, have to kill him. And then usually there's another one sitting right behind you, you know, just getting ready to grope your asshole. It's a lot of freaking crawlers, Jesus. And it's the map's a clusterfuck. And then you can finally turn on your power. Yeah, sounds fun, right? No, it's fun maybe like the first 3 times. But Zombies is not a game you play for, complexity, for story. Like, some people do play it for story. I play it for story just because I'm so invested in it. But Zombies is a game to play and relax. I mean, I'm not stressing out about this game. Right now, the way I'm playing, I'm not worried about anything. I'm not thinking about anything else but except, like, what's going on in my head talking to you guys, It's a relaxing time. I could literally play this game and just sit here in pure silence and be completely satisfied. Because it's a this game is a laid-back game. I mean, yes, you're killing goddamn zombies that are sprinting at you by round 8. But once you get used to it, once you're used to, like, how Zombies plays, and you're a decent enough Zombies player, you play this for a relaxing experience to get away from multiplayer, to get away from everything. You play with a few buds. You can Zombies is so much fun playing with mates. I don't know why I've been using so many British terms lately. I've been hanging out with too many Brits. But, just playing Zombies with friends is so much fun. But I hate playing with friends on Black Ops 3. Because the map just complicates itself even more when you're playing with friends. So, yeah. It's just... I don't know how to explain it anymore. It's just... Zombies... Call of Duty is not good anymore. Call of Duty's been dead for years. For at least 3 now. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna down myself, and we're gonna run with just quick revive. You know what? First, we're gonna grab a new weapon. I think we're just gonna run with quick revive, or not quick revive. Juggernaut, Speed Cola, and Double Tap plus Meal Kick, and just kind of play that way. Or maybe no Juggernaut. I don't know. Shit, the box is in here. Went the wrong way. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I know I can go forever, and I'm running really low on hard drive space. I love playing Zombies, but I'm running so low on hard drive space. And literally, I'm gonna double the size because I have to go through and render it through. Even though it's gonna be compressed, it's gonna be half the size that this file is. That's still a pretty big file. No, you fucking bitch. What was it anyway? Was it a law? It was a law. Alright, well I got my wish now, didn't I? Because if Moss sucks dick. On the FFAR. FFAR! Give me the FFAR because I want to suck David Vonnevar's pee-pee. Alright, so I'm thinking we'll run with just Jug. We'll do, like, a bare bones playlist or whatnot. I don't know. Man, I was really hoping my Black Ops 3 play bare bones would go a lot farther, but I think I was just late to the party because of my freaking grandma and grandpa. Or was it them? I went there. What happened was we were redoing our kitchen at the time and our bathroom, as you guys have seen in vlogs, how different it is now. So, we were in the midst of redoing everything. Yeah, that was an older mess, I can down. And they got to the bathroom. We only have one bathroom in the house, which sucks. I wish we had more than one. And it was going to be a weekend project, or it shouldn't have been, but the freaking contractor we had, or whatever he is, the dude that was helping us, like, that was actually, we were hiring to redo everything, but my dad was helping him. Like, honestly, I don't think my dad should have paid half of what he paid him, because my dad did half the work. And, he was going to be gone, but the thing is, my dad could have got it done, but he knew the plumbing, the guy that was doing their stuff. My dad doesn't know the plumbing, and the plumbing was one of the first things he needed to do, but he wasn't going to be there the day that we needed it, but he decided to tell us this after he tore apart the bathroom. So we were out of the bathroom. And literally the day that the Black Ops 3 beta launched, we had to pack up and go to my grandma and grandpa's. And I got in so much, like, my grandma and grandpa hated this because I'm like, no, Mom, I'm bringing my Xbox. Black Ops 3 beta just came out. I pre-ordered the game to get access to this beta. I'm playing this beta. You know, it's closed out, even though it went public 3 days later. I got 2 days of exclusivity because I pre-ordered. It was my bonus. I was getting the freaking beta. I was going to play it. And my grandparents hated this because I didn't spend any time with them. I mean, yeah, but I literally saw them like 2 weeks prior because they wanted to like see us before school started. This was the first week of school, too. First week of school, the freaking beta came out. So there was a whole bunch of debacle about that. But I played the beta, but I'm not going to bring my whole rig. I'm not going to bring my whole setup. So I just brought in the little TV I have that I use as a second monitor. And the Xbox. And I played so much Black Ops 3. I reached the level cap 3 different times. You know, 3 different times they raised it. So, yeah. It went all the way up to level 45. And which I'm so glad that they did what they gave us what PS4 got. Because PS4 was so glitchy that they gave PS4 an extra day of the beta. So we also got an extra day of the beta, but we also deserved one because the game would crash every 3 minutes. The game was not stable at all for Xbox One. And Grant, my friend, wanted to argue with me about that. It's like, no, you can literally look up PS4 got an extra day of the beta because it was glitchy and, you know, it wasn't working for the first day. So they got an extra day of the beta. So did Xbox One, because the Xbox One could barely even launch when the beta came out. I mean, seriously, it was so messed up. You had to get your beta, you had to put the Xbox website into Brazil to get your beta. You couldn't have it set to where you actually were in the United States. You weren't going to get your beta that way. That's how messed up it was. So they finally fixed it, day 2 of the beta, and everybody got it. Day 3, and it was out for 5 days, or 6 days because of the extra day. And it was a pretty fun beta. I like the beta more than the actual game itself now. I don't like the game at all anymore. I loved Black Ops 3 when it was in beta. It was a good beta. It was good when it was in beta. So, it's just I'm so upset because I had such high hopes for Black Ops 3. Like, honestly, for the first month, I believed I got my money's worth. I got my money's worth from Black Ops 3. I loved Black Ops 3. It was a good Call of Duty. And then they started changing everything. They nerfed the Argus once, made it unusable, buffed it once, made it back to normal, which it was fine. And then buffed it, 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 nerfed it, and then buffed it, and then buffed it, and then buffed it. The Argus is ridiculously overpowered. Then he started adding DLC guns, and I gave up on the game. I was done with it. I hated the game after that, and I still hate it to this day. And zombies, what really, I didn't like multiplayer in Black Ops 2 when Black Ops 2 came out. So what was my plan? Get it for zombies. You thinking I could just do the same thing? No, zombies is annoying in that game. You can't. There's 0 spots to train in Shadows of Evil. So that means no just chilling and playing. That means you are going to do this, do this, fight the Mongwa 8 times before you can get Pack-a-Punch. And then once you finally open a Pack-a-Punch, you put all the worms down, do another train, fight Mongwa again. And then you could do it all again the next round, fight Mongo again. That Shadows of Evil. It sucks. I feel so bad for my friend Sparky. I don't even think he's going to watch this video. So really, I don't care what I say at this point. But I feel so bad for him. He loves Black Ops 3. And that's because he didn't get to play Call of Duty when Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 was out. Black Ops 3 is his first new owned Call of Duty, I believe. Like, the Call of Duty that he had, like, the first Call of Duty that he has at the time of its current, like, it's the current COD. And he loves it. He was shaking when he got the Season Pass. Now, that was a little ridiculous. Like, shaking in excitement for the Season Pass. I mean, that's something a little kid would do, like a 9-year-old. Because $50 is quite a bit of money for a 9-year-old. but I can make $50 in 3 months from just doing chores. So, you know, I bought the game $80, bought the season pass $50. You know, I did that no problem. So, I don't know why he was shaking in excitement to get the goddamn season pass. And he loves Shadows of Evil. Think nothing's wrong with it. He doesn't really like Kino or anything. You know, he's completely backwards, and that's what a lot of kids are. And that's, I think, why Black Ops 3 is getting so much praise. Because all the little kids are getting back into Call of Duty. God, I hate this gun. Unpapped. So, yeah, Call of Duty's pretty much dead. Hashtag RipCOD. Hashtag what? The new coming with Battlefield. I can't wait for BF1. I've been watching gameplay. For some reason, I am so excited to snipe in that game. It looks so satisfying. Man, I can't wait for Battlefield 1. I'm gonna pre-order that shit. I'm not gonna touch fucking Infinite Warfare. I might get Infinite Warfare for Call of Duty 4. I might. I'm probably gonna rent Infinite Warfare, see if it's actually good. But otherwise, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to go near that Satanism of a game. I truly, like, I hate it so much how the freaking COD devs, Vandahar, I lost so much respect for him because, you know, you have the EA, you know, the DICE devs, they're like, please, give us critical feedback. We don't want you to sugarcoat anything. Yeah, we paid you to, we paid for your flight, paid for your hotel stay, paid for you to come here and play our game. But we did that because we trust, like, you know, DICE was great. You know, you can ask all the, like, Merc Music's video. He was telling you how he wasn't, like, he was paid, technically the video was sponsored, but he didn't have to treat it like one. Like a sponsored video. So the props to you, DICE. You actually were not afraid to get critical feedback. And that's what they wanted. And literally they acknowledge YouTubers. You wanna know what Vandahar does? Make fun of them. It's bullcrap. Vandahar makes fun of YouTubers. Because it's like not a little legitimate job, you know? Putting in more work than you, Vondi. I think I probably put in more work into my videos than Vondi has in his whole career. I mean, yeah, his career is probably a little bit more demanding, you know, being a game coder and a lead dev for a game. But, well, he wasn't even originally a freaking dev. He was just the spokesperson. He was the public eye of Treyarch, you know? He was the representative, something like that. I don't know. Oh, max ammo. He was the representative. You know, he had nothing to do with Call of Duty's development. He was just there. He was there, like, Treyarch's Twitter guide. Skull Crusher. And now he's moved up in life. And he's retiring after this year, which honestly, thank God. He's obviously taking Call of Duty in a downward slope. I liked Black Ops 2. He had lead dev in Black Ops 2. You know, and Black Ops 2, he made it great. But he made Call of Duty worse. I hate Black Ops 3. I can't say it enough. But they won't listen to us. Why? Because Vondi doesn't like us. Because we're YouTubers. He doesn't even listen to the casual audience, which is 75% of the playlist population is just the casuals. The guys that come home from work at 5 o'clock, eat dinner with their wives, you know, hang out with their kids, and maybe about 9 o'clock at night, they're going to sit down, they're going to play 1 or 2 games of COD, then go to bed and repeat the process. You know, those are the casual audience, those are the people that make up most of your population. Who do they listen to? They listen to the pro players, they listen to the sniping community. The sniping community's ass. Sniping community is the cancer of COD. Now, I don't mean that too negatively, like, towards any of the sniping members. It means, like, sniping is a mechanic in the game. It's literally the smallest class of weapons in most of the Call of Duties. And yet they have some of the biggest pull. Like, what about the submachine gun community? What about the assault rifle community? You know, those aren't real communities, because you want to know why? Those are the normal players. The snipers are the people that get all the freaking attention. And that's what's wrong. They're getting all this undeserved attention. I mean, yeah, the FaZe Clan, the only snipers in FaZe Clan are the freaking The people that drive their channel from personality, like Jev, yeah, he's a sniper, but you don't go there to subscribe to him because he's a sniper. You go there to subscribe to him because he's funny. He's a good person. You subscribe to him for his personality. But the FaZe Pro team uses actual guns. They don't use snipers usually. And if they do, they run like what most of the MLG players will run, with sniper as their secondary, you know, just to hit those extreme long-range shots. I mean, I always following MLG because they always release highlights, and Optic and FaZe and all these different teams. What they usually do, they have VMP as their primary, and then they'll run an SVG as a secondary to hit those super long-range shots. I mean, truly in Black Ops 3, the game's so messed up. All you need is a submachine gun. You can hit them at any other range except for extreme long ranges, and then the sniper can just take care of that for you. Literally, that's how broken COD is now. I'm gonna down myself, aren't I? This grenade launcher is complete doo-doo. Has such a range on it, though. Or blast radius. Why not throw more? I'm literally about to just have to leave the game because my hard drive is gigabytes from filling up. And we got an hour into this. I know it's not round 30, but sure as hell close enough. And, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Obviously, we gotta make a final stand. So, let's get more ammo. I'm wanting an RPK and an HK. So, we're just gonna keep cycling through. Obviously, it's because I have an RPK as my secondary. You gotta go for an HK right now. Keep cycling through. He's off. Shiny Lake, you penis. Anybody that catches that reference that's watching this far, definitely leave a comment. You're a legend. You penis. So, teddy bear, you penis. Oh, our little references we have going here that none of you get, but only me and Michael pretty much get. Oh man. Yeah, there might be a few out there that watch the OG man back in his earlier years. Not gonna reveal who because that'd spoil the reference. But Mr. Just back in his golden years, what made him popular, he played Verrückt. That's all I'm going to say. You penis. And if you don't get it, you're a penis. Oh god, this is me when I'm tired. I'm scared to see when I'm sober. Have you ever seen that? Like, I've seen a couple of people, it's like they post random things, it's like, man, this is me when I'm drunk. I'm scared to see me when I'm sober. Damn, Spectre. Back at it again with the fast fire rate. I forgot about how fast the damn thing is. Dude, that didn't last long whatsoever. What the hell, Box? You tripping, mate? This file is already 13 gigabytes big. It's gonna take hours to render. My computer's gonna sound like a goddamn seahorse out of breath that's pregnant giving birth. Just, like, I'm gonna have, when I go to bed, I'm gonna have to start the render and just let it go overnight. Spares? I don't want a spares, I want an HK. Give me an HK. ray gun. No. No, you're not worthy. You know what? Yeah, you're worthy. Quick scoping match. Alright, we gotta go TP. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, let's go Pap. Alright, we gotta go Pap now. I was initiating the pad. Oh shit. I have not linked it. Oh no. My quick scoping match might won me 18,000. My 1v like 74 is not gonna work out. Holy shit, that's a lot already. Fuck me. Whoosh. Boom. Hasta la vista, faggots. Alright, we're gonna Pap. We're gonna Pap, 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 we're gonna Pap. D115 disassembler. Ooh. 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 That's my proof. Useful. Alright, now let's rig at him. You know how much time we got left. Pap the rig up. Quickly. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hurry. Yes. That could have been bad. I'm not going to lie. No, we're gonna throw a monkey, see how much we can kill. Not that many, huh? Quick scope, quick scope, quick, 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 quick. Quick scoping, no scoping. That's just how you gotta live the life of a Face Clan. Quick scope, no scope, pew pew. I'm almost out of ammo already. Because this gun reminds me of Shelly Anchorman Jensen. It's not good whatsoever. La la la. Oh, no! Ow, you turd. Oh. Well, guys, that's the round. Only 28 rounds in an hour and 7 minutes. Trust me, I can get a lot farther real quickly, but I was just BSing around. We're having a good chat. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later.